Hello everyone, this is a quick open letter to one of my favorite YouTubers, but dang, this is sort of, it's not the final straw at all, but dang, come on Nate, you're a great guy and you know better. So, right, I'm in the middle of this video, I step away to eat for a bit, then I come back, an hour or so later, and yeah, I don't get to finish the video. I mean, I didn't pause it when I walked away, so I got very lucky. I actually do get to finish the video because it's cached. So,
Now, here...
right? So, I actually do, and that's interesting that works. But, right, you're like, what do you mean you can't finish the video? It's only been out for a few hours, like, why? And you can play it, like, obviously it hasn't been taken down. Yeah, the guy does this quite often. Right, I just don't understand the logic. He's clearly smart enough to know how inappropriate this is. You just cannot do this, right? Like, so, it's very different if you do this a day later. You actually cannot turn stuff like this members only a few hours after it's released. Because think about this. This means I just cannot in good faith share it with anybody. Right? What's the logic behind that? Right? Of course I'm not going to share this with friends and family because there's like a 25% chance that it will be switched to members-only content by the time they look at my message. Obviously. So, and again, he's smart enough to know this, so I'm starting to wonder, like, right, and I understand, I'm very glad he's still around, he had the brain surgery and all that, and he might not necessarily be thinking straight. That's not what is at play here, because this has been happening for a while. So I'm just really trying to understand why the heck this is a thing. It's just, again, how I can safely assume that you know better, so I have to come up with other reasons. So, but again, there must be something I'm missing. I'm still trying to assume the best of intentions here, but dang, it's starting to get hard. Because right, the only reason I get to finish the video is because I walked away without hitting pause. Like, think about that, right? It happened to cache in the browser, so I was able to play the video again. And, right, I know, right, like, I did not close the tab because I know that this was a thing, and sure enough, I really hate being right sometimes. And, of course, right, January 27th, right, it is, in fact, January 27th, and it's only been that for about 13 hours. And he uploaded this video way less than 13 hours ago. Hopefully, is there a way to... Yeah. That's the funny part, you can't actually see when it was uploaded anymore on YouTube. But, right, like, I'm sorry, but I'm too financially savvy, and I'm too, like, how is it not obvious to you that this would make me much less likely to support members only? Right? Even the Charlie Kirk livestream, he set to members only for no obvious reason. So he makes some strange choices about when and what to paywall. And, right, like, one of the reasons why this video is listed is because every single one of my comments over the past year or so, has been completely ignored. Aside from other people who agree with me and upvote the comment, of course. I don't get very many upvotes there, but, right, like, I don't care about, like, from other people. I care about him actually being kind to his subscribers. Right, because this is not the first time this has happened. Yeah, I'm just of course I'm not going to consider signing up for members only. Of course not. Right? Now we have to, there has to be a time period of, like, at least half a year where this never ever happens before I even consider it. Because why, right, why would it be okay for me to fall into line about that and pay up just because he's dangling the little treat in front of me, like, here, watch this video from one of your favorite YouTubers. Oh wait, no, you don't actually get to finish that until you pay up. Right? Of course you don't get to share it with your friends unless they pay up, too. Right? So, I'm really hoping he just didn't think this through and that my comments were filtered out for spam or something weird like that. Because it is just very difficult. How can he possibly defend this? Right? Like, the only way he can defend this, as far as I can tell, is being like, it's my channel, I get to do what I want, and it's a free country, and you'd be a hypocrite not to agree, and I'd be like, well, okay, if you want to play it that way, of course I'll never ever give you money, and yeah, I'll still watch you, but how can I share the content, right? I'll recommend people to your channel, but only verbally, because any video might just effectively be taken down, right? That's what this is. In the eyes of most people who use YouTube, this is effectively him releasing a video and taking it down. Because obviously most people who use YouTube don't even consider paying for it. And if they do, they're considering how to avoid paying for it. So right, this is pretty basic stuff. And again, like, I love the guy. He's intelligent, smart, and very experienced, both in law, policing, and YouTube. And it is his experience in YouTube that sort of spooks me out, and I don't want to have to fill in the blanks, fill in the gap as to why he would behave like this, right? Like, it's your channel, you can do what you want, but, like, you gotta wait at least a day. There's gotta be a rule that if a video is on your channel, we have at least a day to watch it. Like, this idea that you can watch a video and a few hours later it will become inaccessible unless you pay for it. Right? At the very least, you gotta tell people on your main banner or somewhere. You gotta actually tell people that there's a very good chance that they will not be able to finish the video, and if they share the video with friends, they very well might have to pay to see it, even though you did not. Right? Like, so, yeah, gotta be transparent. Again, no hate. I'm making this video because I want to be able to sign up for his paid content. But I feel like it would be unethical. I cannot support this kind of bait and switch, right? Like, he knows that in other contexts this kind of thing would be illegal. Or effectively, right, maybe, I'm not going to, okay, I'm not going to go that far, I'm not a lawyer, he's much more experienced, right? It's that kind of thing where it's effectively illegal, but maybe not technically, so, yeah, I'm not going to even begin to pretend that I know more about law than Nate the lawyer. So I basically walk back what I just said in that regard. But still, like, from my perspective, it just seems like either there's something that I don't know, or he's just not thinking it through. And it's the latter that is making me make this video, and hopefully, right, I know it's a long shot that'll see this. Maybe it's a little more likely than that'll see this than he'll see my comments. But, yeah, I can't really think of another way to try and make my opinion heard, because at the end of the day, this is not just about me. This is about his subscribers. who cannot trust that they can actually finish a video when he uploads. But, right, again, if you want to upload a video directly to members only, it's fine. I want him to make money. That's a good thing. But the bait and switch, that's an actual bait and switch. All you have to do to wiggle out of it is just add some text to the banner, be like, sometimes videos turn into members only. Like, that would be sort of weird and dumb in my opinion, but hey, that's very different than, like, this really does seem like an actual bait and switch, and yeah, it's just so unbelievable to me that he would think that's okay. So maybe I'm missing something. I know he's a very fair guy, so if he does see this, I'm sure at least I'll finally find out what the what the reason that I don't know is. But right, can we at least wait 1 day before we change it to members only, please? Right, like, give us 24 hours at least. No more than 5 quick hours when it's gone. Please. Thank you. Alright.